Hello guys, Rick here, and today I'll be walking you through my day trading setup. So I've had this setup for about 1.5 years now. I built it late 2023 and I got these pieces, the gadgets, from different places, just basically online. And today I'll be giving you a tour of it because most of you have actually been requesting for a long period of time. So I'll start with this desk. And just to give you a backstory, when I was getting this setup, I was doing my best to stick to a certain budget. So I wanted a setup that looks great, but at the same time, I didn't want to surpass a certain budget. So because a standing desk is quite pricey, I decided to just mimic a standing desk. Then I gave the order to a local furniture store, and they're able to create for me my own unique desk, which is basically 1.4 meters wide. And I needed that width because of the monitors here, so that you can have enough working space, and it has black stands. So it looks like a standing desk, but it's not necessarily electric. The next, we do have this side drawer here. So of course the desk just came like that, and I wanted some space. You know, when you're doing your work at your station, you want some place like shelves or drawers where you can place some things. So I acquired this side drawer separately. I just made an order online, and this is where basically I just store, you know, some things in the office, maybe some notebooks, some pens. Yeah, basically that. And then we move to this office seat, which is very comfortable. Previously I had a gaming seat, but I decided to change into this just normal office seat. It has this adjustable armrest which can move up and down, so you can adjust them to fit the height that you want depending with the height of the desk that you're also using. It also has a lumbar support to make sure your back is seated comfortably enough, and a headrest. I also like it because it's comfortable. If you are tired, you can just recline it, and basically you can even take a nap on the seat. Now onto the setup, we do have this table mat here. Now if you have a desk at your place, you definitely want to make sure you're very comfortable because you're also placing your keyboard here, your mouse here. So instead of having a mouse pad, all those things, I just bought this wide and very big desk mat, which is made of leather, very comfortable. And this is where I place my keyboard, and this is also where I place my mouse, and it acts as a mouse pad at the same time. And now let's talk about the gadgets. With me here, I have two monitors, but before we get to the monitors, these monitors are just a display which are powered by this PC here. And the PC I'm using is basically a laptop. This is a HP NVX 360 Ryzen 7 32GB RAM. So by the time I was getting this PC, I did a few upgrades because it was a 16GB RAM initially, but I did an upgrade to a 32GB RAM. So I'll make sure to attach the price of the PC in the video as well. So my laptop is basically what powers my whole setup, because these here are just screens which are projecting directly from my laptop. Directly to my front, I have this horizontal wide monitor, which is a HP M27F. And then to my right side, I have another vertical monitor. This is my main monitor. So if I want to do heavy work, if I want to do chart analysis and I want that wide display, maybe I want to do a meeting, something like that, most of the time this is the monitor that I use for those heavy tasks. Then the side screen, which is a vertical monitor, is what I use to do some light tasks. So let's say I'm doing a meeting on this screen, or I'm doing some analysis, and at the same time I want to watch maybe a podcast or just listening to something. Usually I'll play it on the second screen. So it really helps to make work as effective as possible. The monitor is purchased as a normal horizontal monitor. The only difference is it supports vertical display as well. So I'm the one who turned this monitor from horizontal to vertical. But for you to do that, you have to make sure the monitor you're purchasing supports vertical display. And I wanted the setup to kind of have a floating feel so that all the screens are not attached to the desk. So that's why I have that mount on this second screen. So the mount basically allows the second screen to just float. And the screen doesn't come with a mount. For that, you have to get it separately. Now another important thing is a splitter, because for you to have two monitors connected to one computer, as you can see, you only have one keyboard and one mouse. So that means you have to connect the two screens with a HDMI splitter, which I have it behind my screens. It's basically a Type-C port which connects into my laptop, and then from my laptop it can split different HDMIs into different multiple screens at the same time. So that allows me to use the same keyboard and the same mouse across both screens with ease. And then I do have this keyboard, which is a HP GK400F. It's a very simple wired keyboard with the LED backlights. So it's supposed to be a gaming keyboard, something like that, but I've used it for over 1.5 years, never had any issues, so it serves me very effectively. And of course I have my mouse here, which was very cheap. I just got it online, and as I've told you, this mouse can operate both screens at the same time because of the HDMI splitter that I have. Now behind my monitor screens I do have some LED lights, and I like the lights because they just bring some warmth to the room. Most of the times whenever I'm in this workstation, I always have the lights off. So when the lights are off, usually I have the background LEDs, which just make the setup a little bit more vibrant. Now the moment you can't see them well, but maybe I'll just play a clip to just show you what it feels like, especially when the lights are off. Now apart from trading, of course I do other things, and whenever I'm doing meetings, I do have this Logitech webcam. It's called a Logitech Brio webcam, which is one of the best webcams I think available right now, and it streams up to 4K quality. It's what I actually use to shoot most of my YouTube videos. So if you've seen most of my recent videos, anytime you see my face there on the screen, this is the webcam that I actually use. I also use it whenever I'm doing meetings. You can adjust it and shift it into any angle you want. And of course, if you are streaming or recording, you also want that light to be on your face. So I do have this light here, which is also a Logitech light, which I also use whenever I'm doing meetings or basically just a video shoot. So basically that's it for the side of my trading setup. And on my desk as well, you can see I do have this mic here. Whenever I'm doing shoots, this is a mic that I use sometimes. It also comes with its own audio interface here, which is basically what allows this mic to be powered. And the sound quality is quite good. So whenever I want to do a video shoot, I can do my screen recording from the screen. I can capture my face using my webcam. I do have my lights there, and I have my mic on this side. Now beneath my desk, I do have a cable management tray. So I'll probably attach a photo to show you what this setup was looking before I fixed the cables. If you're someone like me who likes a lot of order, this setup before was looking too messy. You know, we had many cables all over the place. They were hanging everywhere. But I was able to fix that using a cable management tray, which is underneath the desk. It's basically mounted and all the cables go beneath the desk. So that just helps to keep the setup looking very clean. And lastly, I do have an LED corner lamp, which again just brings more life into the room, because most of the time I'm in this workstation for almost 60 or 70% of the day. So the LED corner lamp comes in very handy because it can change the colors, it can change the mood, and it just makes the space feel more comfy. So basically that's it for my day trading setup. Maybe I'll just tell you my favorite thing about this setup, which is having 2 screens. Now, you must not have 2 screens for you to be a trader, because that's a question that many people usually ask. Must you have all those multiple screens for you to trade well? Not necessarily. In fact, if you have a laptop screen, I think that's enough. So for me, this monitor is enough for me to do my analysis. But what I like more about this setup is that with the 2 screens, it's very easy for me to maneuver whenever I'm doing different tasks. So I can multitask. If I want to check my emails, I can display them on my second screen as I continue doing my chart analysis on my main screen. So it helped me a lot, because as a trader, there are times where maybe I'm busy, I'm doing something, but at the same time I still want to follow up with the markets. So if I'm doing a meeting and it requires a lot of concentration and I don't want to miss my setup at the same time, I can be doing my meeting from the main screen, which is in front of me, but at the same time I'll have my charts displayed on the second screen, and in case I get a setup, I can go all the way and execute on this second screen while I still continue doing my meeting on my main screen. So that's why I prefer having multiple screens, and that's my favorite thing about this setup.